Welcome again to this session where we'll be considering mode of reading and study habits. You are still listening to Dr. Modesta Chinyere of Odio, the counseling psychologist. Studying is a systematic behavior pattern acquired and specifically directed towards learning to understand the content of the materials, pass examinations, and get better scores or grades. Studying is really an in-depth effort at learning. It is done well when you learn and learn well and efficiently. It is a process which involves both mental and physical aspects of the learner. That is, during the process of studying, the mental processes work hand in hand with the physical processes. So you cannot be coordinated to learn if your mind is in Ibadan and your body is in FUNAAB classroom. That's what it means. Your mental processes, your mind must come to where your body is sitting. And that involves full concentration on the material before you can learn. We say that it is an in-depth effort at learning, and it is done well when you learn, and you learn well and efficiently. Let's move on. How to prepare for effective study. There are two ways to do this: psychological preparation and physical preparation. You are looking at the illustration with the beautiful lady. He's saying, I'm going to ask this exam. I'm going to fail that exam. That is setting goal. Which one have you decided from today? Even within this period of orientation, what have you decided to achieve in FUNAAB? To perform excellently, averagely, or just go with third class, or even fail out? Which one are you thinking about as you are listening to this lecture? Now, psychological preparation. The psychological preparation for effective study has to do with the following: your attitude towards what you are studying, which may either be positive or negative. What is your attitude towards the course you are offered? You are giving horticulture. Is your mind that I will make the best, I will be the best professional in horticulture in future? Or is your mind telling you, what is even horticulture? Did I tell them I don't know how to plant flowers? What is your attitude towards the course of study you are here for? Ability to control your thoughts. Studying needs high level of concentration. We're talking of psychological preparation. There is no way you can study without paying attention, giving full concentration to the material you are studying. Ability to have confidence in your ability. Do you believe you can do well? You're offered physics. You're here to study physics. Do you believe you can be the best student in physics? Or are you still with the impression or with the mindset that you are not intelligent, you are not hardworking? Maybe at home they've been talking to you in that manner, and you are coming. Maybe they've already said, I am not intelligent. So are you coming with that mindset? Do you have confidence in your ability? I can do it. I can do even better. Your determination and perseverance to study successfully. Are you determined to study and perform successfully? Which one have you chosen? That is psychological preparation. And without you taking decision on all these 5 points, you may not be able to be ready. You may not be ready for effective study. Creativity thinking, vision, logic, analysis, focus, memory are all you need to bring together for effective study. Then physical preparation includes the selection of the study place. When you start your studies, your lectures, you need to select where you will do your studies every day. Most of the time, when people come looking for you, they know that you are there. And then when they get there, they see you studying. You need to choose your study place. Are you the type that we want to say, I read while I'm lying down on the bed, and I understand very well, even with all the music of other students and neighbors to the highest tone? Are you the type? That will be a very bad attitude to study. But rather, you need to select the place to study, where you will give full concentration. Now you need to select study seat. What type of seat do you use during the time you are studying? You need to select study materials. The course you are studying, you look at the course content. Then you look at most lecturers, the first day of lecture will give you reference materials. Have you gotten them ready for the course? Some of which we also include jotters, the pen. So most students are careless that they will get to class and start looking for whom to borrow biro from. Then what are you there for? Do you have dictionary? Do you have mathematical sets? All these relevant materials should have been prepared for and kept ready. Making use of a well-arranged personal timetable. Students, I always tell students that it is an abomination that a student don't even know his course timetable, course school timetable, not to talk of developing his or her personal timetable. Every student must. The first thing you do when lecture starts is to copy your timetable, the departmental timetable. From the departmental timetable, you derive your personal timetable. We have 24 hours in a day, but if you don't program your every second in that 24 hours, you end up spending 3 months not being able to study for privately for 1 minute. So you need a personal timetable. Again, psychological research has proven that individual students need 30 hours to study privately. That 30 hours does not include your lecture time, your laboratory time, your assignment time, your library time. No. Your personal time where you and your course material, your textbook, your notebook is seated in a quiet, conducive environment with full concentration to study the course. You need 30 hours. And if you don't program your time, schedule your time with a proper timetable, you find out that you waste all the time and examination will be like tomorrow morning and you discover you have not read. So please, your personal timetable is very important. When you come to the unit on one-on-one counseling interaction, the subgroup interaction, we will stress more on this and show you samples of what personal timetable will look like. But please copy your departmental timetable. That's the first thing you do, so that you know the places for lecture, time for lecture. Many students are as careless as that they don't even know time for lecture. They don't know places for lecture. Now, a student is an individual in the 4 walls of school to learn. Yes, that is what you are. You've been called FUNAAB students. So what is your business in FUNAAB? to learn. So if you're in school to learn, then you must be here to pass and succeed in your educational pursuits. This will make you useful to yourself, to your family, to the country, and the entire world. Unfortunately, this success depends on so many factors that could be resident in you, the student, in the home, in the school, and in the society. Because when students fail, they'll say that lecturer is very difficult, is very wicked, he does not know how to explain, but not minding that there is a first-class student in that same lecturer's class. So how is that student understanding what he or she, the lecturer, is teaching to be able to make first class? So we say, you agree with me that whatever factor that is contributing to your success, if you put in enough efforts and listen very well to all the instructions in this particular lecture we are into now, you will succeed excellently, not minding the type of lecturer and the attitude of the lecturer teaching the course. Now, requirements for study: absolute concentration. For you to study, you have to concentrate. You have to be in a place that you can concentrate. Don't mind students that will say, don't worry, we can read where they're playing music. I can read very well with my music on. It's just such things are part of the self-defeating behavior that we spoke about in the previous lecture. Where you will concentrate, where you pay attention in the class. You move into this program you have started now through this orientation with vigor and persistence. That is requirement for study. The major factors that determine one's success are perfect self-knowledge. Do you know yourself? Who are you? What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are you good at? And what are you not good at? These are what you need to know about yourself. It's from how you understand yourself, your self-knowledge, that you will set goal. Set achievable goal. That goal from today, I want you to decide. I will graduate with first class. I will graduate with 2-1. I will graduate with 2-2. I will graduate with third class. I will even be expelled. Yes, it's a set goal. I don't care if I'm expelled in 200 level or 300 level, or even the one in the one of my studentship. I don't care if I'm expelled. Take that decision. Set that goal. And you move on to achieve that goal. When you are setting your goal, it is you with your biro and your paper. Don't allow anybody beside you to contribute to that set goal. And after setting the goal, you now know that it is you that will work hard to achieve that goal, not your friend. And I always tell students, don't be quick at making friends when you start any academic program. Wait for 1 month to see those that their own set goals are close to your own set goals. Because if I said go to make third class, and you set goal to graduate with first class, and we become friends, don't you know I will be pulling you down? So wait until you see someone whose own set goals is close to your own set goals, and two of you will encourage each other to achieve that goal. Your interaction with others. Yes, you don't be a loner. You must interact with friends. You must have friends, colleagues. And be observant when you start any academic endeavor. Be observant. Those serious-minded students who are the first to go and grab that textbook in the library that the lecturer referred the students to, who you always meet in the library, or busy being the first to submit the assignment. Those are the friends I will seek out for. If my set goal is to graduate with first class or 2-1. But I won't go to those that are even after 3 weeks of submitting an assignment, they will come and say, that assignment, that means they've not even been coming to class. Such a person will not even be in my study group because they will be distracting you and dragging you back. Available of necessary information. You must seek for necessary information either in the reference material, textbook, in the library, online, Google, and from intelligent students, or even from the lecturer. Serious-minded students have questions that bore their mind, and you see them hanging around the lecturer's office. Please, ma, I have a question. This thing, so and so. I tried to read it, but I didn't understand it. The lecturer will say, okay, go. The next class, I will explain it in class. Or it will explain it immediately there. One's ability to learn also happen on the person's motivation, activeness in the class, undivided attention, and concentration. Now we have gone through self-knowledge. What is self? Self is a person's essential being that distinguishes the person from others. A person's uniqueness, essential being. It is the definitions of one's identity, character, ability, and attitude, especially in relation to others and things outside oneself. It is an individual's true nature, character, without addition or change. It talks about what an individual likes, what he doesn't like, and how he tends to react to certain situations. So yourself distinguishes you from others. So once you understand yourself, you won't compare yourself with A. You will know, this is me, this is my peculiarity, this is my unique potentials. And you will know the set goals that will help you to elicit good performance from yourself. Most of us have perceived self-image. At times, I know I'm intelligent, whereas you are not intelligent. And we take up challenges based on that perceived image. That time, that person will not succeed. Self-knowledge helps us to have realistic view, not perceived view or perceived image of both our strengths, weaknesses, and not exaggerate or rationalize our thinking of ourselves. Self-knowledge is the beginning of self-improvement. You can see that person in the illustration. He's looking at himself to understand himself very well, because that is the beginning of self-improvement. I can do it. I am not worthy. I must be perfect. I must not make a mistake. I am not good enough. Nobody loves me. You know the type of self-defeating behavior these are pointing at. We have spoken of set goal. Set measurable, specific, attainable, relevant, and time-based goal. Not goal that you will not achieve. You set goal that you understand yourself that you are an average student, and you set goal that you will have distinction in all the courses. It is a very challenging goal, but is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable by you, by considering your self-knowledge? Is it relevant? Is it time-based? So, set an achievable goal. You interact with others. You can see in that illustration, they all need each other. Look at that person that is standing alone. Look at a loner. Okay, you can see he's just backing others. That shows he will be lacking some things he will need to do well in his studies. Avail yourself of necessary information. You understand? Search get information from parents, friends, teachers, library, internet, people around you, and most importantly, you can get information from your counselors. Develop a strong desire to study the course. Most of you hate the course before you even start. So develop a strong desire to study the course. Tell yourself that that course, there are professors in that course that will be teaching me. And if they study to become a professor that is teaching me, that means I can do very well. You know, if there is a human being to teach me, that means I as a human being, I will excel in that course, and that will move you into working hard. Be motivated to do the course. Find full details about the course. The full title of the course. Is it a compulsory subject course? What are the subject options, procedures of assignment, seminar, tutorials, type of projects to be completed? Copy the timetable, we've spoken about that. Then plan your study. For the whole academic year, plan your study for this session, for the month, what must be covered in the month. Make a timetable for each day. That's what I spoke about. And decide what must be achieved at each study session. What would you, if I'm studying this topic, what would I achieve at the end of that topic? Please plan for that. Attend every lecture. Don't tell them to attend, let I copy notes. Don't do that kind of thing. Make sure you are in every class. Attend to the class. Even when there may be virtual lectures now, make sure you're on your Google class on time. Listen to it. You understand? By the time you listen to it, you will also listen to other explanations the lecturer is giving that is not even written on the notes, like I'm doing now. So many things I'm talking about is not even on this on online for you to read. But if you are listening to me, you will remember she made such clarifications. Be in class on time. Take clear, unambiguous, and meaningful notes. Attend to all assignments on time and vigorously. Plan your private study timetable and adhere strictly to your study schedule. It is not enough to just write timetable. It's not enough. But please adhere to it. If you say 8 to 9 tomorrow morning, I'm reading physics. 8 to 9 tomorrow morning, make sure you study physics. That is how to be a responsible student. Put in reading sessions before each lecture. That is, read that course before the class. And after the class, read again to summarize what you did for that day. Decide where to study. We have spoken about it. Target the objective at the beginning of the reading. What am I going to? What is the objective of this topic? Target it so that at the end of reading that topic, you will see whether you have gotten the objective. Look for silent points or facts when reading and decide what must be achieved at the end of the study. Revision of lecture notes and course books can be done at home every day. Put in at least 1 hour at each study session. Do not study where friends are likely to be around. Plan for recreation from your study time. Practice recall of the materials you learn. Anticipate and answer questions from a group discussion, but avoid dependency or time wastage. That's what I told you. Don't admit anybody that is unserious into your study group discussion. Avoid rituals like smoking while you are reading, reading newspaper, pin up your hair, take a phone call, chew gum or biscuits while you are reading. Taking biscuit or a drink could be done at the end of each reading session to motivate and encourage yourself. Plan to overlearn more difficult subjects. Now, overlearning means reading it over and over again. It's not that you are reading it too much for your head to break. It is reading it off and on repeatedly until you master the topic. Because let me tell you, the secret of remembering any topic is in overlearning it. You have read it often and often, every day for a period of 1 month. I bet you there is no way a lecturer will twist the question from that topic. You will not be able to understand it or remember. Start your reading with difficult studies so that you can put in more concentration. If you have read a topic and decide that one side, you discover that one aspect of it is difficult, next time you are reading that topic, go back, start from that difficult part so that you put in more concentration and be able to get it. Make some cards or mnemonics on concepts or ideas in a specific subject and glance at it at your free time. You can make small cards and put them on your locker, on your table, or your bed. You understand? By seeing them all the time, when you such words or phrases or whatever come up in your exam or text or anything, you will remember it. Another secret is that you forget concepts or questions or words or phrases in exam because they are strange to you. If you overlearn them often and on, they will be familiar with you and you won't forget them again. Review the previous day's lesson before the class period. I've said it. Sleep and rest for 1 hour in a day and 6 hours at night. Feed well and satisfy your biological needs of food, sleep and water. Maintain good health. When you anticipate or feel like you are down or with malaria or fever, please go to the clinic, treat yourself on time so that when you need to study, you will not break down. Keep adequate record of your progress. How am I doing? In the last test, did I do very well? What do I need to do to improve? Arrange reward for yourself. When you have read for at least 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, or you've covered a topic satisfactory, you can arrange a break for yourself or schedule snacks for yourself. This helps for effective studying and personal motivation. Also, teach yourself how to pay attention by periodically asking yourself questions. When we expose you to the SQ3R method, you see that it's based on read, ask yourself question, read, ask yourself question. By that method, you preempt the lecturer's questions on that topic. Past question, yes, you can guide you, but past question should be used few days to exam, not when you are studying. When you are studying during the semester, be used to developing questions from the topic at hand, from what the lecturer has taught, and you will see that you have preempted the lecturer's questions. When you discover that your performance is poor, learn a new a new study habit. Work against habits that encourage the old habit. The way you operated last semester and you had 4 carryover, please don't operate that way. Quickly run to your counselor to guide you on your new lifestyle, new attitude to study, new habit. Practice the new habit immediately. Improve concentration by working on your physical fitness, getting a normal sleep of about 6 hours daily, and maintaining adequate diet. Adopt complex study reading involving the eye, mind interpreting and evaluating the written symbols. Read to evaluate, judge, imagine, and solve problem. When you come for subgroup interaction, we speak more, emphasize more on read to evaluate, judge, imagine, and solve problems. When you are involved in these 4 points, while you are reading a particular topic, you find out you are engrossed in that topic, and it helps for effective learning. Now, we've spoken extensively on timetable and time management. I said there is a lot of time, but yet there is no time. For a student to be in school without much stress and succeed academically, they must be able to plan to meet up with the university academic schedule. 24 hours is quite a lot of time, but too little for academic schedule. Time can be effectively spent or wasted. You can see. So there are a lot of things to be done in a day, but there are urgent ones. There are not urgent ones. Yes, this is weekend. I need to wash my clothes, cook my food, see a friend. Which one is urgent among them? I need to wash my clothes, so I will see clothes to wear during the week. I need to buy things from markets and prepare my food. And I need to read. So do I use the time for reading to go and see a friend and gossip, or the time for washing my clothes to go and see a friend to gossip? In another way, I can invite the friend to be around when I'm washing, so we can be washing and be talking, because immediately that 1 hour period of washing is over, I don't have time to go and see him. So you plan. There are important issues or things to attend to, there are things that are not important. Like you can see in urgent, looming assignment deadline. You understand? There is a deadline. You are submitting assignments on Monday. Crisis, cramming for exam, emergency, last minute preparation. You understand? And then not urgent, reading lecture notes, that personal development, planning study, exercise and health, plan. All these ones are urgent, but these ones are not urgent. You understand? Then not important, some emails, phone calls, many interruptions, some people, popular activities, some meetings may not be important. You know those things that are important and those things that are not important. Plan your day the night before. This night, plan how tomorrow will be. Then outline your plan for each day. Construct a weekly schedule using this form: class schedules, study schedules and subjects, meetings and exercises. So how you exercise yourself, because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. We spoke of a personal timetable. We may not be able to explain it, but look at it very well. Making a timetable, you see this thing. When also you create time to come to the unit, we'll be explain this, how it works very well. So you have a guideline for effective use of time. Set your time, arrange all your academic program, make adequate preparation for lectures. Don't just jump from one club or from one party to classroom. Prepare for that class. Avoid procrastination, like we have emphasized in self-defeating behavior. Start every assignment from difficult part. Ensure that you have materials needed for the study, include rest period. This is just emphasis again. Plan to use your time. Organize your activities in the time plan. Implement those activities. Evaluate the time. Thank you. So with this, I know that you will take your studies more seriously, and please, we are waiting for you in the unit or through the phone calls, phone numbers. During my lecture on counseling services, I listed some phone numbers. Please call us for counseling on these topics we have discussed. We may not be able to see you one-on-one now, but we can when there is need. Maintaining personal distance, distance and all the COVID-19 requirements, we can see you on one-on-one interaction on these topics, but please take them seriously. Thank you for listening.